Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the video. Before we get into it, can you do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notification bell? It's free. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the video. So I played Dragon's Dogma 2, and it was okay. The world's pretty big, and I enjoyed wandering around more than the actual story of the game. That's it. End of video. If you're still here, then you actually want to know what I thought about the game. So let's get some housekeeping out of the way. I'm not a fan of microtransactions. Microtransactions in a single-player game are terrible in my opinion, even if majority, if not all of the purchasable items are available in-game. But Dragon's Dogma 2 is not a typical single-player game. In fact, I wouldn't consider it a single-player game. It is a multiplayer game that is made of multiple single-player experiences as your main pawn traverses the rift and interacts with other players on your behalf. So in that sense, being able to buy consumable items that only impact your instance is more akin to purchasing a resource or XP booster in the long run. In my experience, there's more than enough Wakestone shards in the game, and there are roughly 5 or 6 port crystals. Back on the note of the multiplayer aspect of the game, if you have friends that play the game, you can hire each other's pawns and generate numerous, almost infinite, amounts of rift crystals. You'll still have to run the risk of pawns contracting Dragon's Plague. On the topic of actual gameplay, the vocations are all fun. All have their own use cases. My contention lies with the stripped down armor system. I know the intent behind the decision was to stop meta builds, but I like the complexity of the layered armor system from DD1. In regards to the world itself, the map is larger and the variance within the few enemies does provide decent first-time experience. Although the New Game Plus experience leaves much to be desired at the current moment. Many of the difficulty concerns and enemy variety criticisms have been waived by people who love the game, faults and all, by saying that these problems should be solved with a Bitter Black Isle style DLC for Dragon's Dogma 2. But my contention is this. Why? Why do we need a DLC to make DD2 as good as Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen? Why does Dragon's Dogma 2 have double the breadth in terms of size and half the depth in terms of things to do as the definitive edition of the first game that came out 11 years ago? And I think the answer is that Dragon's Dogma 2 isn't a sequel to the first game or a reimagining of the world. I think that Dragon's Dogma 2 is Dragon's Dogma pre-Bitter Black Isle again. At least that's what it feels like to me. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and remember to like and share the video if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. See you next time.
Your resolve is commendable. The fool beholds a sage in the mirror. The sage a fool. Which is it you see, I wonder?